Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to pick up a subject, mytho-sociological subject, religious and sociological subject. The title of the subject is True Raksha. Raksha is the best concept. There's no question about it. As a matter of fact, we must provide protection, Raksha to all the animals because poor, dumb animals depend upon us. So anyone who depends upon us should not be gobbled up, should not be devoured, should not be abused or misused. But we should have pity for that animal or that person who depends upon us. We should sympathize. We should have a humanitarian approach. Now, cow depends upon us, buffaloes depend upon us, goats and lambs depend upon us. That doesn't mean we should abuse them. Just because they do not have the same kind of potential that we have, that doesn't mean that we should actually slaughter them, we should actually abuse them, misuse them, overuse them, make them the beast of burden like donkeys and horses and all that. We have lives the same way the animals have life. If someone abuses us, we don't like it. We fight back. We fight with tooth and nail. Now, animal is dumb, that is why it has no potential to fight back. Otherwise, it can protect itself because it's a lot more powerful, energetic, strengthful than we are. But only the thing is that they don't have potential to mobilize their strength, their potential. Now, Raksha has been a kind of buzzing word, not only in India but all over the world. Vegan people, vegan people never actually advocate to consume any kind of animal, not even animal's milk. They say that the milk God has provided a she animal for her kids, for her whales, for her cubs, for her puppies and kittens. We don't have any kind of right to milk them and set aside our hunger, set aside our appetite for money, make it a commodity and sell it in the market. Think for a minute. If, God forbid, and women's milk was sold in the market, what will happen? God gives milk to all the sacred mothers for one reason and one reason alone, to feed their small ones, little ones, not to sell the milk or not to gobble up and guzzle up the milk. So these vegan people don't touch milk, no buttermilk, no cheese, no butter, no paneer, absolutely positively nothing coming out of animal body. I think we should actually pay them 7 salute of respect because they are the real protector of cows, other animals, smallest animals. Now here in India we talk about Gauraksha, cow protection, but we see the cows are being butchered, run over by the trucks and the buses in front of our eyes on the roads. We see the cows are wandering around under the sun, under the winter cold, under the torrential rain. We see the cows in front of our own eyes, they have been feeding themselves from the garbage dumps. Now, why don't we think about that? Don't just think about one thing and one point and one angle. Don't eat cow. That is not enough. But we have to do much more than that, and we have to go much more ahead of that. And we should actually provide 5 different kinds of protection that I have actually listed right here. So my point number 1 is, provide cows proper protection. Okay, that's number 2. Number 1 I missed. So number 1 is removing the cows from traffic roads to save life. I love traveling. I have two four-wheelers and I travel around everywhere. I've gone all the way to Delhi and this way all the way to everywhere in Gujarat, going all the way to Diu and Viravan and all those places probably every Sundays. And I see the cows are just wandering around, and sometimes the cows are run over by the reckless drivers, and poor cow mata has been sitting dead on this curve of the road. Now that is cow Raksha. Remove the cows and protect their lives. Don't allow the cows on the roads. Whoever is the owner of the cow must remove the cows from the road and provide full protection. Not only protection from butchers who are butchering them, slaughtering them, and the people who have been consuming them. That is only one part, very small part of cow Raksha, Gau Raksha. Point number 2 is provide cows proper veterinarian or provide cow proper protection in the shade. Look, animals are everywhere in the world, but why not in the Western countries? The animals are wandering on the road, roaming on the road. Because animals have owners. Owners should remove the animal from the road and provide protection under the shade. Cows should be provided better food, better fodder, and not cows should be unleashed on the road so they can actually dig the garbage dumps and feed themselves all kind of dirty, filthy garbage. Can't we see that our gau matas are eating garbage from the garbage dumpsters? Can't we see and feel anything that cow matas have been eating dirt and filth and all kinds of rubbish from the rubbish dump? Don't we feel anything? What is this? Collecting the money, everywhere on the toll road and the petrol pump, and the people are standing over there and collecting the money for cow mata. But what the hell do they do with that money? They don't feed cow mata. That bastards, that rascals are feeding themselves. Those are the rascals cashing in on the name of the cows, collecting the money from the naive and the gullible people in the name of the cows, and those bastards are gobbling up every penny in the name of the cow. Now these are the people who are actually providing all kinds of hardship to cow. Instead of protection, they are predating the cows. They are not protectors. They are predators. They actually are feeding themselves with the money that people give them to feed the cows. And those rascals, those demons are cashing in on the cow and eating up cows' money. Point number 3, feed the cows fodder and not garbage from the garbage dumps. Yes, cows should be at the shelter, cows should be kept under the shelter, cows should be kept at home, cows should be fed pure, chaste, green fodder. Cow must not be allowed to eat anything with their units, with their urines, I should say, and with their own dung. Poor cows. I walk. Most of the time I walk to my work. It's a 30 minutes walk, and I see everywhere cows are actually gorging themselves on the very dirty, filthy, unspeakable, stinking garbage. Now you are talking about Gau Raksha. My foot, that is Gau Raksha. Everywhere in the corner, everywhere where Hindu people live, Muslim people live, and in their corner, whatever the garbage they dump, this garbage is eaten by the cows. So where is your sentiment for Gau Raksha? Shame on you. Shame on you that you have been talking about Gau Raksha, and Gau is actually suffering in front of your own eyes, and you don't lift a finger. And talking about all talk. Indian people are too big on talk and too little, minuscule, small in action. During the Vajpayee era, I remember precisely, Vajpayee asked all the 545 members of parliament to take the oath, to take the pledge to keep one cow at home. And you know how many out of 545 parliamentary members kept? Only 5. Those stupid, conniving, chauvinist rascals. 5, even they did not listen to their leader, Vajpayee, and when the time comes to give the speech, these people are going to give so boring speech for hours about Gau Raksha. But when you ask these SOBs, what about you? What are you doing to provide the Gau Raksha? And these rascals are going to have shameful red face. If you give them 1 lakh rupees donation for the cow Raksha, they will take it. And these rascals SOBs are going to spend this money on boozing for themselves, on the woman and wine. Next point is, show your love and affection for Gau Mata by action and not by diction. વાતું માં કરો, don't just talk. શબ્દોથી કામ નથી ચાલતું. કંઈક કરવાથી કામ થાય છે. And you don't want to do anything. You don't want to do anything. All those millennials, on the road, on the highways, on the petrol pump and toll roads, toll stations, they have been going to car with a small box written Gau Raksha. My foot, you SOBs. You are cheaters and swindlers. Worst kind of swindler and cheater that you are cheating your own Gau Mata. You SOBs, you are cheating your Gau Mata. What do you do with that money? Show us some report. Send this report on the social media that this much money we have collected and this much money we have spent for cow. How many cars you have removed from the road? How many cars you have actually taken in your shelter? How many cars you have taken to the veterinarian? How many cars are taken care of? Those SOBs are cheating everyone. They fool all of the people all of the time, and Indian people are so gullible that when it comes to religion, they will donate their clothes on their body. But they don't know. The Gandhiji has beautifully said, જ્યાં મૂર્ખા બસતા હોય ત્યાં ધૂતારા ભૂખા ન મરે. Now these dhutaras have found the reason to collect money in the name of the cows. A son of a bitch, they can actually ask the money from you for their mother, and they will spend this money on woman and the wine, boozing around, hooching around. One point I missed, that was provide cows proper veterinarian care. Now cows are sick, cows are dying. I have seen number of cows dying in front of my eyes. Cows are not taken care of. Cow's leg is broken. When that kind of thing happens, somebody, those phony, counterfeit, spurious, conniving and the crook, Gau Raksha slogan makers, Gau Raksha wala should actually take this cow to the veterinarian. Look, I give you my own example. In my area, there is a big temple. Every morning, in the morning and afternoon and evening and late evening, I walk 4 times. One day I saw the cow over there limping, and one of her leg was broken, bleeding. The cow would not walk. And the Pandit of this temple was standing outside on the corner of the street looking at the cow. I talked to the Pandit. I said, Pandit, what are you going to do about it? So he said, I don't know what to do and what happened. I said, look, I'm going to provide you the money. You put her in the back of the pickup truck, take her to veterinarian, and then whatever the money you spent, you give me. You know me, I live here next door. And the 4th time I passed through it, but take it please. Then this rascal has little shame, and he say, yeah, we should do something about it. At the noontime when I return from my office, I show him inside the temple and I ask him, the Pandit, what happened to the cow? The Pandit say, yeah, we took the cow to the veterinarian and the cow is okay. So I say, how much the bill was? Okay, now don't worry about it, we paid the bill. Look, I'm a Muslim and cared about the car, and that rascal SOB Pandit was standing over there with saffron cloth, written Ram, 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 and was looking at the cow. That is the phony society we are. Totally phony, totally chauvinistic, totally showcasing, totally conniving, totally phony, totally counterfeit type who talk but doesn't do anything at all. So this is about Raksha, and these are the 5 points about the real Raksha. Don't talk about Raksha, you are not doing any favor. Just you think that people are going to give you standing ovation, because smart people would not give you standing ovation for your talking, but they will hate you. Smart people are going to give you standing ovation and touch your feet if you are doing something concrete. Then and then you are doing something. Everyone can talk. Every stupid can talk. Every nutty can talk. Every small entity can talk. And every minuscule man can talk. Every foolish and every dimwit can talk. But one who can do something is really making difference in cow's life. So do it. Like Nike says, just do it. Just do it, and the cow is going to bless you if you really believe in the heart of your heart that cow is Gau Mata, then you do it. That's all the time we have. Thank you very much for listening. See you again next time. Until then, God bless everyone on this planet, especially all the cows, all the animals. Amen.